and we are going to fit that. So one of the biggest issues with these Liverpool boats of this period is the doors look like they're oak, but in actual fact they're an oak faced MDF. So all of this is bare MDF that's been varnished over the top, and if you know anything about MDF, it is made pretty much the same way as this toilet roll. Lots and lots of little layers compressed with glue, and when it gets hit by moisture, unless it's moisture resistant MDF, which this isn't, it likes to swell up and start to delaminate. So this lovely tiled shower, a true child of the 90s, is all made the walls of MDF. I don't know about this one, this wall here, but certainly this one is and this one is. Now they're very solid, it's good quality, well tiled, I'm really happy with it. But these, every time you're having a shower, you're chasing the temperature, wasting water, whereas what I would like to have is what we have on this one, which is a thermostatically controlled mixer, about 30 quid. The centres are the same, so they will fit through the wall, bit of plumbing to do, but that'll mean you can set the actual temperature, and then depending if it's electric immersion or the engine, doesn't really matter, it will mix the water to suit. The pipework for these, pretty simple, but very different on the new fittings. Pipework for these are in this shallow wardrobe. So here you can see, put some paper down there ready to go. I've let all the pressure out of the system. So it's undo these two to take the pipes off, undo these two, and they are actually on the back of the mixer itself, and that's what holds it to the wall. The new fitting will need some plates drilled on the other side, and here you can see that this is the back of the MDF. So that there, through that hole, is the back of the tiles. If you were to put a screw through this, you'd push the tile off. So imagine any moisture that gets through here will blow this MDF. I'm quite surprised it's lasted as well as it has. So take these off, put the plates on, silicone them in, because I've already looked and there's no silicone in there, so I'm amazed it's lasted the way it has. And that will seal this shower tray up for a good few more years and give us a more consistent shower that doesn't burn through quite so much water. So I'll run through that in a second. Okay, so bear with me, I'm going to try and do this one-handed. So these are tap connectors, so you just rotate these. I am doing this like a proper klutz. Now I have checked them and removed them yesterday, so and then I put them all back together in because I realised I need some plumbing fittings. So what's in these is rubber washer, cone shaped, which means cone shape on the back of that is the shower mixer. So if we undo these two, and this is quite a nice system for mounting, really easy, really easy. What they've done here made perfect sense. It makes it quite a low profile shower mixer. It does have quite a few positives to it, can't really complain about. And then this side, there we go, that's what we've just removed the screws from. So there was a bit of rubber, but it didn't stick any further forward, so that wouldn't really have done anything to help with sealing. Let's pop that carefully down there, and then what we have there is the tile, and then you can see there behind it is the MDF. How that is not saturated and ruined, I don't know. This is caught just in time to put some silicone around and stop that. Clearly this shower has been very rarely used. It's not particularly worn out. There's not a great deal of signs of use. It looks pretty clean, it's not scratched. I don't think it's been used much. There's a bit of rust on this soap dish. Don't know if this was put in originally or they put it in, but it's not bad. I just don't think it was used. So what we have to now fit are these plates. So these plates, and that's actually part of the plumbing fitting. So that gets screwed to the wall, matching up exactly with where the hole is. That then goes onto there. The olive is there, and the copper pipe comes out the back through the wall and is then connected onto those grey couplers, replacing them with a normal 15mm push fit elbow. And then we've got a secure way for that thread there, matches up with that thread there. They turn on, and all things being equal, with those two washers on there, we have a watertight seal. So I will try to film as best I can and show you what I'm doing. Another shot of that fitting. So that's bolted onto the wall. Pipe's going to come through from behind. The olive goes on. The fitting is tightened. Now I like to use this, which is not much more than silicone sealant. It just comes in a nice toothpaste tube, so you haven't got a great big gun anywhere, you haven't got boss white or anything else. Seals pretty well, and obviously I can use it on the back of these, because once these are sealed into place, there are then these covers, so I can at least put the cover on and use that to hide all of this, and put some silicone sealant round and put that around the edge, which means then the water can't get in the back to start with. I can put some of that actually in the hole that goes through the wall, and the whole thing will be watertight then. So that's the next thing to get set up. So I now need to make sure that this, go back to here, hold on, it's going to get dizzy. So that would be the pipe there. Let's put this one in here for you. That is how that needs to be screwed. As you can see, it's got a pretty big hole. That's going to get screwed on there. And that then has that pipe out there. Take that fitting off, put a normal elbow on, pop those back on again, and Bob's your uncle. At least we hope so. Okay. I wasn't going to video this particularly, but these are new multi-surface or multi-material drill bits. See if I can get this in focus. And they just look like a spike on the end. The biggest problem with drilling tiles, as you can imagine with hammer or anything else, is look how close that drill hole is to the edge. Whereas these, no hammer, you know, cheap little drill. Straight in, and that's bits of MDF coming off now. So no drama. So watching someone drill a hole is a bit like watching paint dry, but these drill bits work and they save, hopefully, this tile cracking out, because I can't get any more, and then I'll be into retiling the whole shower cubicle for the sake of it. So highly worth buying these. I think these are DeWalt. They're less than a tenner for a pack, so well worth buying. Right, so we've got two pipes sticking through, ready for me to trim off to length. And most importantly in here, we have used lots of silicone and gunged it all in, and there's going to be some more. But what I would say is really important, you see that screw there? If that was driven all the way home, it just pulled this across. There is no room for error. previous taps would have had exactly the same centre, but the hole was quite large, so you're trying to screw these in. You can't put these in and hope that you can bend or twist them or mess around, not if you're using these back plates. This has to be perfect first time. So I've backed off one screw, put the bar on so I know I'm safe now and I know it's going to fit. I shall probably try to just tweak that up a little bit, put some more silicone in, put the cover plates on, but kind of leave this to go off now. There's no gaskets in here, but I know now that it will fit. Otherwise, if I'd have put that screw in, this would have moved over a millimetre and I wouldn't have been able to put the bar on, the silicone would have gone off and it would have been a nightmare. So just bear that in mind when you're sorting these out. So those screw on to those chrome threads on the outside, they just spin on. I put a little bead of silicone around the inside so they'll actually make a seal. Should seal themselves in quite nicely. Rubber seal goes inside here, same as what goes in here in a shower head. Screw those up. Don't need to go nuts with a spanner, don't want to chip all the chrome off. Tap is off, this tube is empty. Lots of dust to rinse out the shower tray. One last thing. Those are through, inserts in these pipes, so they can insert inside. Copper's there, slid on. That one could have done with being a couple of mil longer maybe, but I'd say it's through the seal. And we'll go and find the panel. At some point I'll actually get this to the point where, there we go. Right, I've just heard the pump run, came up to pressure, so let's get some cold water through. Yep. Check we have no dribbles. No, all good so far. And the moment of truth for this one. He says, trying to hold two of these at the same time. This is not going to end well, is it? There we go, let's put that over there. There we go. Go on, mosquito, die. Okay, so we probably won't have a great deal of hot water. Get the air out. Okay. Have to wipe the rest of that out. So now we know it's pressurised, it's now going to be a case of leave it for a few minutes at first. Probably going to dry all this off, dry the wall, make sure we can then notice anything dripping. This is one of these water saving shower heads, so it's got a drip here that lets air in, tries to make the water go further. So there we go. Let's hope we've got some success, but certainly not something I want to go and leave a pump on and leave the boat for overnight or for days.